Welcome everyone. My name is Nikos, aka Sephir, and this is Out of the Box, EDH. Today, I will continue my unique builds for the Avatar series with Aang, the protagonist of the series, and Katara, his South Pole waterbender companion and love interest. So, let's see what Aang and Katara have to offer. Aang and Katara, 6 CMC, band colors, 5/5 human avatar ally. Whenever Aang and Katara enter or attack, create X11 white ally creature tokens, where X is the number of tapped artifacts and or creatures you control. Plenty of ways to build this one. My guess is that most people will build this as an allies tribal, perhaps with things like waterbending to tap creatures. In our build, while we will use many different things to tap creatures from Convoke to Station, it will mostly be a vehicles deck. And the second thing that will be characteristic of our list is that we will use Keruga as our companion. So, our card choices will be all bigger than 2 CMC. All this paired with a number of card choices that abuse the creature tokens creation, perhaps reusing our commander's ability multiple times per turn, etc. So, let's move to the actual cards of the deck. Since we used Keruga, we will use mostly 3 CMC ramp. We have the green staples, Search for Tomorrow, Kodama's Reach, Cultivate, Overlord of the Hauntwoods, and Skyshroud Claim. Enduring Vitality and Elven Horus turns all our creatures into mana dorks. Faibero Elder is a staple, Selvala has the potential to make big mana for us, and Avatar of Growth provides mana for everyone. We also have Relic of Legends that helps with tapping legendary creatures as well, a number of ramping vehicles like Cultivator Caravan, Aerial Surveyor, and Labyrinth World Wagon, while both Harvest Season and White Lotus Style become better the more allies we produce, though we also have a good number of avatars too. Sword of Hearth and Home offers ramp 2, Kolvori's Backside, the Ringheart Crest, is our only 2 CMC ramp, and finally, Eternity Elevator is an option that helps with tapping our creatures as well as providing us with explosive ramp once it becomes fully stationed. Apart from Keruga, we run a good number of card advantage cards. First of all, since we can create many allies, Kindred Discovery is a must. Seagate Lore Master is another card that provides us with lots of cards the more allies we have in play. Halo Fountain also offers a minor card advantage. Shorikai is a classic vehicle in our colors that does provide card advantage as well, while technically Koshima's Backside, the Omen Kill, also provides card advantage since it allows us to keep extra lands in our hand. Finally, the Indomitable is another card draw option for our attackers. We have a few big hitters in our list. Parhelion 2, Valor's Flagship, Rolling Hamsphere, and River Titan are our best options that hit big chunks of life. But we also have ways to turn our ally token army into a win con. Divine Visitation turns them all into evasive 4/4 angels, while Essence of the Wild turns them into 6/6 avatars from all things. Obviously, Cathar's Crusade is a staple that can quickly get out of hand, and finally, Mirror Entity not only can turn anything into an ally or an avatar or a hamster for the Hamsphere or whatever, but it is also one of the best mana sinks to turn our tokens into lethal attackers. Our protection package has a number of counters like Force of Negation and Foil, board protection like Flare of Fortitude and Clever Concealment, and generic answers like Sink into Stupor and Parallax Wave. We have ways to trigger our commander multiple times. Roaming Throne and Katara triggers our commander a second time. Mycosynth Lattice turns our lands into artifacts too that vastly increases the number of produced allies. Lulu, Loyal Holifant, has the ability to untap our creatures. Progenitor Mimic can not only create copy tokens of our commander that trigger each time, but our companions too. While we also run a few flicker effects like Golden Argosy, Yorion, and the before mentioned Sword of Hearth and Home. A few other cards worth to be mentioned are Endurance and Nautiloid Ship as Graveyard Hate, Opposition that can be used to tap our creatures to stop not only our opponent's creatures but also, if we feel particularly evil, tap our opponent's mana sources at the beginning of their upkeep. Finally, a couple of generic useful creatures like Eternal Witness, a card that pairs extremely well with Parallax Wave, and Knight of the Reliquary, since we have many useful lands that can be fetched. All this leaves us about 32 lands, 34 with the MDFC. We run the 3 shock lands and the 3 fetch lands. We also run the classics Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, the appropriate Triome, Castle Garenbrick that helps us cast creatures, 3-3 City, and Evento Waking Haven that abuses creature token production. Ally Encampment that gives us a bounce option, Crozan Verge for extra ramp, Yavimaya for mana fixing, Maze of Ith, Yavimaya Hollow for extra protection, and Urza's Cave to fetch any of the previous options. This leaves us about 14 spots for basics, giving priority to the forests for the ramp package. And that's it. That's my Aang and Katara and Keruga list. A vehicles one. I will put the deck list in the video description below, and if you like what you see, come and join my Discord community for free, where all my personal and public lists are uploaded. See you around! Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.